Okay, see you soon. Bye. It's done. It's happening. When? We gotta go tomorrow. Like, I don't want to leave it. He wants it gone. We have to go tomorrow. Like, this is how, we gotta do this. We gotta go get this thing. Can we do that in a day? About to find out.
As it turns out, the answer would be no. But that didn't actually matter, because this thing I'm talking about is actually a very special car that I've been thinking about for a long time. And it wasn't going to get away that easily. This is Steve. He let me drive his 1949 MGTC when I was a baby-faced 20 years old, and it was a complete game changer. Just look at it. It has a long bonnet that spears out in front of you like you're looking down the road into Monument Valley. It's got skinny tires on bicycle wheels, it's made of wood, and it was in Westworld. I've studied their shape and pretended to race them while sitting stationary in the garage for long enough to make me obsessed. Being around Steve's TC had given me a bug, and then I realized other people were bugging too. The MGTC has been popular with everyone from suave dudes to this guy, who looks nervous. But more importantly, it was popular with chicken farming race car drivers, and these guys, who weren't chicken farmers but suit and tie weekend racing enthusiasts looking to get their kicks. And there was of course Phil Hill, original Pebble Beach road races and 24 Hour of Le Mans winner Phil Hill. That's him winning the Pebble Beach road races in 1955. And hey look, TC's in the same race. Get it? But all that racing codswallop wasn't going to get the TC I wanted to buy out of this old barn. So Steve put out some lines to the TC Motoring Guild car club to see if anyone could offer help. And in response, we got a note from a man named Joel, who offered to tow the car. Are you kidding? After making some engineering drawings of our towing setup, I spent 2 hours hacking up alleyway plywood into a set of surprisingly sketchy ramps I knew I probably wasn't going to need. And of course, offering sage advice. Never step on the PC cutting. Do as I say, not as I do. So with some underwear, car ramps, a jack, and my close friend Daniel loaded up, we each left work, picked up a pizza, and got ready to hit the road. But not before Daniel did his checks.
Pie check. Hot. Oh, time check.
So with everything set up... No, behind it.
No, but I wanted to latch
it. Yeah, but you can't.
Yeah, but you know, the second you
I don't even know. We set off on our 350-mile journey north up California.
Oh my God, this car is...
Put it in that Modelo bottle. Rebottle it.
Cheetos! Chester.
After a long week at work, we were eager to get there, but we knew we were going to have to listen to some calming music if we were going to stay relaxed and make it all the way.
It's
Time check.
10:58.
I did a time check when we left.
It's now 11. We just made it to our overnight halt, which just so happens to be Daniel's girlfriend's, in Livermore. See you tomorrow. Time check. It is 7:16. That took a while. Let's go. Oh, you
After a short drive to Antioch, we got to see my TC's hiding place for the last 40 years and meet my team of helpers. But first, we should probably meet Walt, the Stan Lee lookalike and then owner of the TC, who's trusting me to bring it back to life. Then there was Steve's friend and fearless TC owner, Alan, who helped me find the car in the first place. Alan's friend Norm also came along to help out, and who doesn't love a good lumberjack flannel? There was of course Steve, whom you met earlier, his wife Linda, who brought muffins to help fuel us on our journey, and Daniel.
I do hope I get the part, Mr. Thompson. I'd hate losing 2 things in one day.
Who we have also seen and heard from already. But perhaps the most kind and important person of all, inspiring us with his denim shorts, was Joel, who I well and truly met for the first time ever the morning I picked up the car. And man, was it exciting, opening that garage door and seeing the TC sitting in there, the sunlight hitting it for the first time in 40 years. I honestly bought the car without seeing that many pictures of it, so I was very pleased to see that it had a complete engine and it wasn't too bad underneath. Amidst all the chaos, I gave the car a quick once over and decided to pump up the tires with a bike pump, while Norm was running around with a broomstick trying to get the track width right to set the wooden ramps. Everyone was excited, the place had a brilliant energy, and eventually we got the ramps in place and it got to that scary moment.
Oh, are we just going for it?
Yeah, well, let's see. Let's get it lined up.
Wait, hold on.
Let's get it lined up.
Let's get the camera here, Steve.
It's on the edge, but it's okay. It'll straighten out.
All right, 1, 2, and it's on.
Got it.
Backs are on.
We're good to go.
In the words of Cosmo Kramer, installed! The thing just rolled straight on the trailer. The brakes went frozen, the whole thing was over in minutes. Mint. I honestly couldn't believe it, and I was relieved. We basked in the glory of our achievements and made some last-minute deals with Walt on stuff he was clearing out of his basement. There was a set of probably unusable, but what the hell, we'll take them anyway, TC tires, and a box of cool old road and track magazines, which was parked right next to this suspicious package. And while I was going through the litany of DMV paperwork and signing the title with Walt, Steve was buying a TC tub for a car he's restoring. Pretty soon though, it was time to say our goodbyes because we were gonna have to get on the road back to LA. It was gonna be a long drive, but as always, Daniel had to do his checks.
Roger, roger. This is the Ivory Eagle. Comms check.
Comm check good.
Yo, big boy. Let's hit it.
In the words of Joey Ramone, we were all revved up and ready to go and hit the road back down
We are
south.
now at our mobilized altitude. We have mobilized. We are now officially
55.
trailering a TC for the next 10 years.
I was excited, but not as excited as Daniel, who'd found some hidden playboys tucked in with the road and tracks. What a score!
Oh my god.
We're all gonna die.
But despite my fears, we didn't die. The miles just kept tumbling down and we kept trundling along, until eventually we had crossed the Grand Central Valley.
We have crossed the Central Valley. Daniel is slowly working through his stack of corn.
Lewis, this is great.
And
Look at
we've
this.
gotten 58.5 mpg.
A quick hop over the Grapevine Pass and it wasn't long until we'd be home.
Too much. She needs to be sour. Too much. You're not gonna get turned around.
Yeah.
Crank it.
With Daniel's fantastically clear and expert directions, Joel had the trailer parked in no time.
And now we're gonna do the do-si-do. TC tub from one truck.
We decided to deliver Steve's TC tub the last leg of the journey in Daniel's pickup truck because Joel had to continue on down south. Daniel's pickup truck came from an old avocado farm and was a little rough around the edges, hence the avogado. But you know what? It was perfect for hauling this rusty TC tub the last few miles. So feeling like a couple of jalopy scrappers, we queued up the Johnny Cash and hopped on the freeway for a short run over to Steve's. Before too long we arrived, and after gingerly pulling into Steve's,
Stop.
we wondered how we were going to get this thing into his garage and when we each had our last tetanus shot. We eventually found one of the few remaining pieces of smooth metal on the thing and just carried it inside. Because it was rotten, it was pretty light. It was cool to see the tub sitting on the frame of the car he was working on, and I think the completed TC next to it was going to motivate both of us to get them running. After driving back to my house, it felt like it was all becoming real. The TC was home and we had to get it off the trailer, but not before a cheeky trial test fit of car and driver.
That wheel moved a lot.
But while I was sitting there feeling like Jeremy out of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, we were realizing that something was amiss.
Yeah, something's sticking, huh?
And I'm racking my brain trying to figure out what mechanical ailment could have caused this when the car rolled out just fine a few hours earlier, until Daniel chimed in.
Do you have it in gear? It's in gear.
It might be in gear.
It's in gear.
Oh, shit.
From then on, it was waning light, tired bodies, and excited hearts.
It's okay, just go slow.
I don't think there's such a thing.
We'd done a spectacular amount of things in a single day. We'd covered a lot of miles, met a lot of people,
You're off. Right.
shared a lot of laughs, pornography too, automotive and otherwise.
Oh, it rolls good.
Hell yeah. Your best motoring experience ever.
But there was one last small golden nugget, one of those moments you'll just never forget for the rest of your life. Of course I knew it was going to be a lot of work, but that didn't matter now. This was the penultimate moment, the climax of a search for a dream car, and a representation of how cars can give you unique experiences, take you to new places, let you meet new people, which is what Limit 55 is all about. The start of an adventure, this new to me MGTC.
8 o'clock to 6:05.
Nice job.
Your collection just went legit. He told me that the last time he drove it, he thinks, was the 81 Conclave at Murphy's.
We have the TC in the garage. It's going to be a lot of work, probably rip the cylinder head off, try and get the engine to turn, because it's been sitting for 40 years. It's awesome, everything. Down to the little GB plate, original black plates. It's badass. I love it.
Badass lumbar support.
The dash blacks, it's like a little time capsule.
Thank you so much. It seriously would not have been possible.
You know, the best moment of the whole thing is going to be tomorrow morning when you walk out.
Electrical tape on the steering wheel, it's the real deal.